They are such a loving people. They they love so hard and so deeply. I have I have many who are over there who are my African mothers because they took care of me. They if there is someone in need, they go and they help. And they're so forgiving. They are so forgiving. They can get kind of aggressive. They can be very kind of like territorial a little bit, and especially with the men. It's just that testosterone flowing through their veins, and they want to be the top shot. And they can be arguing, and arguments can turn into yelling. It was just a common thing you would hear. But then all it would take was somebody to say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yeah. Sorry, yeah." And they go, "Oh, it's okay." And then they just carry on like normal. And that's all it takes is just someone to say, "I'm sorry." They are a very spiritual people. I think Elder Holland, on one of his visits to West Africa, he said, that, from what, the blessings that they've been denied, temporally, heaven's more than made up for spiritually. Many times they have, the gifts of dreams. They have dreams, they have visions. And they just, you're in the middle of teaching a lesson and they just, yeah, it's true. Like, well, won't you pray about it? Yeah, I'll pray, but I already know it's true because I feel it. Very, very happy. I've learned, you got to be happy with what you have. The world hasn't been nice to them, and their history hasn't been one of sunshine and rainbows. But at the same time, there is something very childlike about them. And it's not all of them. There are some who they call it high head or stubborn or prideful. But a lot of them are very humble and very meek. It's true, the meek shall inherit the earth, and they live by that. They live by that, and I'm just so grateful with the love that they gave me. They embraced me with open arms. They knew I was white, and they sometimes equate white with wealth. But at the same time, they would embrace me as one of them. If you're friendly to them, they're friendly to you back, and they just see each other as, we're equals. We're all equal. The law of consecration it just comes so naturally to them. These parents, they would give their kids like a small candy. Say, "Oh, here you go." And this child would have a candy, and then other kids, "Oh, candy, I want candy." And so all these kids come running to this one child who has this like little candy. I can't even really think of something. But then what they'll do is that they'll break it off. And they will share that little candy that they have with everybody else. And, me, I like my things. I was like, "No, that's mine," But they share. They share so easily, and, they have their challenges and things that they work on, and we have ours. And it helped me to see that, we are all one family. And all that Heavenly Father wants us to do is just help each other because we are a family. And they just come so naturally to them.